She wasted no time taking her clothes off, and she kept looking at me saying, "What are you waiting for? Take your clothes off, take your clothes off." And I laughed, and I think that was my response to feeling uncomfortable because I really couldn't believe it. And this whole time she was trying to make it seem like I was being weird. And she says like, "Oh, what do you, come on, we're best friends. We've already seen each other naked. What are you're making it weird. Like, what's going on with you?" Mind you, she's the one that got the tattoo. She's the one that DJ'd herself while I was in the room. She's the one that said that it was going to be a 3-person trip. And she ended up getting one bed. Mind you, when we go on trips, we get double beds. So how am I the one being weird? At this point, she doesn't have on any clothes. She is fully bare. And I'm just kind of standing there because at this point, I don't feel like I can go for this too much longer. And so she's like, "Oh my gosh, Staryon, you're making this harder than what it is. What's wrong with you? Did somebody get in your head? Is somebody trying to come between us? Why are you treating me like I'm the enemy all of a sudden? You've never hesitated to take your clothes off." Yeah, but all the stuff that she did to me was never happening before. So yes, I was second guessing every single move because none of the stuff that she was doing was adding up. So again, the manipulation, the guilt tripping starts again. She's like, "You know, I paid so much money for us to go on this trip last minute because I really wanted to kind of make up for the situation that you created last time and let you know that I would never do that. I really enjoy being your friend. I cherish being your friend. I would never come on to you or any of that stuff that you're thinking. But now I feel like you're ruining the trip." She's like, "It's okay. If you don't want to get the massage, you don't have to get the massage, but I'm about to go ahead because I don't want to waste my money." Not gonna lie, y'all, I did feel bad. So at this point, I'm like, "You know what? I'll go get undressed, but I want to go like outside the room to get undressed. Like I want to go in the locker room." She was like, "Okay, do whatever. Just, go ahead and come back in." I go to the locker rooms and I do just pull out my phone just for a quick second just to kind of check my notifications and stuff like that. And the friend that was supposed to go on the trip, she had sent me like a funny meme. And I'm just like, "That's kind of crazy. Why are you sending me memes when you're supposed to be here?" So I texted her. I was like, "Why aren't you here on the trip? Like, what happened? Why you miss out on the trip?" She had her rare receipts on, so I instantly saw it when she read my message. She texted back and she was like, "What trip? What are you talking about?" Now, mind y'all, for the past 2 weeks, Dory has been telling me, yes, she's coming. Yes, she's so excited. We got to show her a good time. We got to show her how we turn up. She don't really get out the state much. So this, and that. And now the girl is telling me like, "What are you talking about? What trip? Where are you? What's going on?" Before I could even respond, one of the masseuses was coming in the room. She's like, "Hey, I want you to get as much time as possible, for your experience on the massage. So let's just go ahead and put the phones away and come out here." So I wrapped myself in a towel. I got on the bed right beside Dory and I'm ready to get my massage. I can't lie, y'all. All I was thinking about was, why would Dory lie about something like that? It's clear that the other friend had no idea what I was talking about. So while we was laying there, I asked Dory, I said, "You never really book a room with just one bed. What happened? You usually, book double beds." And she's like, "Oh, this all they had left and I really want to stay at this resort. So I just had to finally give in to the suite." She's like, "But it's nothing like that. It's not like I want to sleep with you or anything. You need to stop thinking that. I don't know what you think of me or who told you something about me, but it's not that. I'm just trying to show you a good time." She was very adamant that she kept telling me, "I'm just trying to show you a good time. I'm just trying to show you a good time." But it's just like, but you lied though. And that's not all. It was a point in the massage where the masseuse was like, "Okay, you guys, during the couple massage, we allow you guys to have this time to, rub on each other, feel on each other." And we just like, and I instantly was just like, "Hold on though, we not no couple." The lady kind of looked at me like I was crazy. She's like, "Well then why would y'all book a couple's massage?" I'm like, "Well, I didn't book it. My best friend here is saying that it's not like that. So, I took her word for it." She's like, "Yeah, these type of massages, the couple massages, they're very intimate. Like there's times where they rub on each other, they feel on each other. We give them oil. We let you guys do the hot rocks. We let you guys kind of like rub each other down, all this other stuff." So I'm like, "Yeah, nah, there's no way she would book that. And we're just friends." Mind y'all, me and the masseuse going back and forth, and Dory's just kind of sitting there looking like a deer in headlights, looking like she just got caught. I'm kind of waiting for her to kind of butt in and at least have my side on this, because I'm just like, "Yeah, tell this lady we won't be doing none of that because we're just friends, right?" Finally, I look at Dory like, "You hear this?" She grabs her towel, wraps herself up. She's like, "Oh my God, you're always ruining everything." And she storms out the room. At this point, I'm over it because I know I'm not trying to ruin it. I'm just trying to make all this stuff make sense. Why would you book an intimate couples massage if we're not an intimate couple? Mind you, the masseuse was telling me that there's other options that you guys could have chosen if you guys, are the friend routes, if you guys are buddies. She's like, they even have a BFF massage type thing. She was like, but the way it was booked under an extreme an extreme type of intimate type of massage. So she's like, "I'm confused." She's like, "But whatever, you guys can do it your way." I feel like she was just ready to get off work and she was just gonna let us have it. I'm laying there in disbelief because I'm like, ain't no way. Okay, you got caught up about when my friend said that she didn't know nothing about a trip. Now I know that you really did book a couples massage, and I'm on a website of the resort and I'm looking to see if everything's sold out. And y'all, they have rooms galore. So what did you mean when you said that everything was booked? So you just literally took the last room that was available? They had so many available rooms. What is she talking about? While I'm still trying to process all of that, I begin to put my clothes on because at this point, the massage for me is over. And I realize that I have a text from Dory's mom. And she's like, hey, this is Dory's mom. This is an emergency. Can you please contact me ASAP? Just to give y'all a little backstory, Dory and her mom were never really close. They've always kind of had like this family feud thing going on between them. I've seen Dory's mom probably once in the whole 3 years that we have been friends. We've never spoken. I know that Dory did give her my number for like an emergency contact type of situation, but she's never reached out to me. So as soon as I seen Dory's mom name on my phone, I'm just like, oh my God, like did something happen? What's going on? Like what's she about to say? Put a finger down if you've been best friends with this girl for 3 years, and within those 3 years it's honestly the best friendship that you ever had, until one day in those 3 years, on the anniversary of the 3-year friendship, she decides to go get your name tatted. And at first you do think that's a little off, but she kind of convinces you that it's just a sweet thing, so you think it's kind of her to do. She takes you out that night and she gets mad because you're talking to a girl. She snatches you up. She apologizes because she feels like I wasn't being considerate of the friendship. Also that same night she DJs her macaroni in the same room as you just because she thought you were asleep or whatever. And so then you kind of confront her about it, and she says she only did it because she thought you were asleep. So then she's like, oh yeah, let me make it up to you, let me book us a 3-year friendship trip. And she also says that there's supposed to be another mutual friend that's supposed to come. So you get there, you realize there's only one bed. To top it all off, it's supposed to be a very intimate couples massage. So then you finally contact that friend and say, hey, why didn't you come on the trip? Why didn't you tell me? And the friend knew nothing about the trip at all. All the gaslighting, all the manipulation, all the lies, all came crashing, tumbling down. And to top it off, her mom just reached out to me. And like I said, her mom never reached out to me. She never calls me. She never texts me. It's really no reason for us to speak. So I'm kind of wondering, why is her mom on my line? And yes, I was wondering the same thing as y'all. Y'all like, well, how the friend didn't know when she was in the group chat? So many things was running through my head. Now, mind you, Dory kind of got upset in her feelings, so she kind of ran off. So I'm not able to confront her. And now, even though I was wanting to call my friend, text her, reach out and say, hey, so what's going on? I'm really trying to figure out why her mom is texting me. I'm about to text Dory and say, hey, where are you? And why is your mom texting my phone? Her mom starts to call me and answer the phone. She says, hey, it sounds like she's pretty upset. She's like, I don't know what's going on with Dory. She's not answering me, but I need you to let her know that her dad is in the hospital and he's not doing well. It's not looking good. She needs to come home from the trip. Now, mind y'all, Dory and her mom have a crazy kind of relationship. Her and her dad, she's a daddy's girl through and through. They are very close, like best friends and things like that. So at this point, it's like everything that I had to say, I was so mad, I was so upset. Now I have to be that friend that's trying to be there for her, that's trying to comfort her in a time that I think that, something's wrong with her dad. I do remember her saying that her dad has some type of illness or whatever. She really would never get too deep into it. But as her mom is telling me, like, it's saying it's really, really bad. They don't even know if he's going to be able to make it through the night. They're already expecting for the worst. So I need to be the one to tell Dory that we need to leave now because something's wrong with her dad. I'm calling Dory. My phone calls are going straight to voicemail. She's not answering. I go in our text her to text her. I see that she has unshared her location. I'm just kind of like, why are you doing that? Especially we're out here on vacation. We're not even back in our city. So it's like, what are you doing? I'm texting her, calling her. No response, no response, no response. At the same time, I got the mom calling me like, hey, did you tell her yet? Have you spoken with her? How did she take it? Is she okay? And how do I explain to you that although I've been your daughter's best friend for 3 years and I'm sure that she's told you much about me, I have no way to get in contact with her. So at this point, I'm kind of ignoring her mom to try to give me some time to find out where's Dory and what is she doing. At the same time, I finally I called my friend and I was like, hey, so what's up with you not being on the trip? Why'd you back out the last minute using the group chat talking this and that? She interrupted me and she was like, Stariana, are you sure you talking to the right person? What are you talking about? I was never in no group chat. I don't know what trip you're talking about. I'm supposed to be there. Who said this? Like, what's going on? Is this a type of joke? Is it a prank or did you call the wrong number? She's even asking me like, you do know who you're talking to, right? You do know who you call, right? Now, at this point in time, I don't want Dory to know that I'm on her trail. So I'm kind of talking to my friend like, oh, you know what? You right. I do. As a matter of fact, I meant to call our other friend. My bad for bothering you. I must have got it mixed up. She's like, yeah. She's like, y'all probably out there drinking and stuff. You need to slow it down, whatever, get your facts straight. I wish I was on the trip. I wasn't invited. Maybe next time y'all can start inviting me. That's always just you and Dory, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, I know for sure that it is somebody in the group chat, but it wasn't the friend that Dory said that was supposed to come on a trip. All right. At this point, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, and so I go to the room, and I notice that Dory's in the room. She's laying in the bed on top of the cover, no clothes or whatever, and she kind of has this seductive look on her face. I walked in the room, she was laying there naked. I'm standing there trying to hold back tears because at this point, I'm trying to figure out how I was going to tell her that her mom just called me just to let me know that her dad was not expected to make it through the night. Mind you, I just found out that she was lying about all this stuff that she had been plotting on the low. So it's if I had to put my feelings to the side and focus on her at this point. I was hurting. She was still my best friend. I knew how she felt about her father. Anytime somebody has to pass away or, go to the next life, it's already a sad situation. And I'm an empath. So I'm standing there. She kind of has this smirk on her face. And I say, Dory, I really need to talk to you about something. It's very important. Can you please put your clothes on? She kind of laughs, like jokes it off and says, what, am I distracting you? What, you never seen a body look this good? This is now, you should be used to it. And I'm just like, Dory, I'm trying to be serious with you right now. I need to have a conversation with you, and I won't be able to do that until you put your clothes back on. Please. As I'm talking to her, she's already laying on her back, but she starts to open her legs. Mind you, she has no clothes on. And I'm I don't know if maybe she peeped the look on my face, because at this point, you rage baiting me. Like, this has to be a joke. Where's the cameras? Am I being on punch? Like, what's going on? She's like, oh, well, we can talk after that. I just want you to see something. I want you to take my picture. And she had like a little digital camera. One of those cameras that when you print out the Polaroid, she had one of those. She's like, take my picture. So she even starts posing in the bed. She's like doing different moves. And I'm just like, Dory, I need to tell you something. Your mom called me, and we need to talk about what your mom called and talk to me about. As soon as I said that her mom called me, I felt like her whole attitude completely changed. She's like, WTF, that's weird. Why is my mom calling you? This, and that. Like, what did she say? I don't even want to know. She's trying to ruin my time. She's trying to ruin our trip. You should never answer the phone. Why did you answer? And she just keeps going on and on. Basically, just getting into how she doesn't like her mom. Her mom does very strange things. And she bet her mom didn't even want anything. Her mom is jealous of her. And in my head, I just want to scream and say, Dory, STFU, and listen to me. At this point, she goes into a whole rage about her mom and how she doesn't like her mom and how she wish she had a different mom. And in that same, fit that she's throwing, she's like, I really only love my dad. I'm so thankful that he's my dad. But if I could, I would change my mom. My dad is the best this. He's the best that. He's my best friend. And as she's saying that, I'm starting to get emotional, because I just feel like, dang, now I have to tell you that your dad is not expected to make it through the night. So it's all these emotions is building up. But at the same time, am I wrong for still feeling a little peed off? Because I feel like she played me this whole time. I felt like the trip was some type of introductory to her coming on to me, to her kind of telling me about how she feels. It's so crazy to me how she keeps saying like, oh, I don't like you like that. I don't look at you like that. I'm not even into girls. But at the same time, I feel like everything she does, she's pushing harder and harder each time. And I feel like that's not fair to me. But at the end of the day, I feel like I have to put my feelings to the side and focus on her dad, because obviously that was the bigger picture at this point. So I'm still kind of walking away and pacing back and forth, just trying not to cry, because I do feel like my eyes are getting watery. I feel like I have a frog in my throat. And so she's like, you know what? I'm about to call my dad right now and tell him about what my mom just did. He always takes my side. He already know what type of woman she is. And I'm just like, wait, before you call him, can I please talk to you like I have something to tell you? Because I didn't want her to walk into it like that. I'm not sure why I had to be the one to deliver the news. I felt like I was in an uncompromised position, but it's like, or is it compromised position? Whichever one means the hard position. So I just felt like at the same time, I didn't want her to call his phone and he not answer, because Dory always like, if it was one person that she could call and always answer, it would be her dad. So I'm just like, let me tell you something first before you make the phone call. So I just snatch her phone. As soon as I snatch her phone, she starts like coming up on me, and y'all know that she still has no clothes on. She's like, oh, you want me all to yourself? You want my attention? This is our time now. You're finally getting it through your head. And I'm just like, Dory, what are you doing? Like, come on, like, we're supposed to be best friends. You never act like this. Why are you acting like this? Why are you treating me like this? What's going on? Who are you, and what have you done with my best friend, Dory? She starts laughing. She's like, oh, you can't take a joke. Why do you have to be so serious about everything? And mind you, I feel like I'm a very playful person. I love life. I love funny, happy vibes, so I'm always joking around. It's just certain things I don't play. I feel like it's certain lines that shouldn't be crossed, and not only is she crossing them, she's doing like double dutch. She's doing backflips. She's seesawing all on the line. Like, I feel like she wasn't respecting my boundaries at this time. Oh, and to those of y'all in the comments, it's like, oh, you're a boring friend and I'm taking it too far and I'm being dramatic. You know what that means. So at this point, Dory has me cornered. I'm backing away and I'm backed up in the corner, and I'm just like, Dory, please stop. I'm trying to touch her without touching her, because mind you, she doesn't have on any clothes. I feel like I'm trying to grab her shoulders and like slowly push her back, because I don't want to like come on too aggressive. I understand she's been drinking maybe a little bit of wine, but one thing about Dory, she could drink you under the table. So I know that really probably didn't even buzz her, but I'm just not trying to do anything to make her get aggressive, things like that, especially with the news that I'm about to deliver. I just need her to chill out. So she tells me, she's like, okay, give me a hug and then I'll stop. stop. And I'm like, Dory, I don't want to hug you. I'll give you a hug if you put your clothes on. She's like, no. She's like, you're being scary. Just give me my phone or whatever. I'm about to call my dad and tell him about how my mom is behaving, this, and that. So I still just had her phone like clutched in my hands. I had it behind my back. And she's like, why? Like, you don't want me to call my dad? Like, you know, this is my best friend. Just give me my phone. I'll leave you alone. At this point, she's starting to get irritated. And I'm just trying to rehearse in my head, how am I going to say this? And I'm just like, Dory, I have something to tell you about your dad. It's like I just spit it out. And at this point, she kind of looks at me funny. She's like, what do you mean? What do you have to tell me about my dad? You don't even like know him. Like, what's going on? I'm like, that's what your mom called to tell me. Your mom said that she's been trying to call you and get in contact with you because she's at the hospital with your dad and he's not predicted to make it through the night. And I could literally see like the life like leave her eyes, and she instantly just started backing back. She's like, wait, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying? I'm like, your mom told me to tell you that because she knows that you're not going to answer her. She knows that you're not going to text her back. I'm sorry that you had to be the one to find out like this, but you know, it's time for us to leave the trip. Like, let's just go. I'm sure that you want to be right at his bedside. So let's just go ahead and leave. Let's just find flights to go back home. And as I'm talking, she's just kind of, I really can't, it's like she's in shock. That's the best way to describe it. She's like totally went into shock at that point. At this point, I don't really know what to do. It's hard trying to console her because, you know, she's naked. So I just kind of set her phone down on the little end table. Y'all know that the hotels, they have the room, they have the tables at the end. I set it down. I kind of backed back a little bit. She grabbed her phone and she immediately starts calling her dad. Her dad is not answering. Mind y'all, I just told y'all, he's a man that always answers no matter what time of day or night. He's going to answer when he see Dory calling that phone. She probably called her dad phone like 10 times. No one's answering. So then she's like, I really hate to do this, but I have to call my mom. So she starts calling her mom phone. Her mom answered. She's like, hello. Dory's like, hello. The mom's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how else to tell you. I know I don't want you to think I'm trying to ruin your trip. I really hate that all this is happening. And Dory was like, is it true? Like, is it that bad? Like, what's going on? Where is he? Can I talk to him? She starts kind of asking these questions. The mom takes a deep breath and was just like, yeah, he's really not expected to make it through the night. Dory kind of collapsed on the bed. She let out this loud kind of like scream, but it's kind of like a gut-wrenching type of scream. And I kind of get because she had like a bath towel, whatever, right beside her. So I kind of get it and I wrapped her in the bath towel. So, you know, I'm holding her. I'm hugging my friend. I'm telling her, like, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm trying to refrain from saying it's going to be okay because I already know we had already had these conversations. Like, I hate when somebody tell me it's going to be okay because how do you know? How okay is it going to be? Like, you know what I mean? At this point, her mom is on the phone crying. Dory is crying. I'm trying my best to stay strong. But at the same time, it's like my friend is hurt and I feel that hurt. Like I said, I am an empath. But it's like I'm just trying to stay as strong as I possibly can. I'm just telling her, like, hey, whatever you want to do, like, we can leave right now. Like, I'll pack your stuff. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, you can basically turn your brain off. Like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You my best friend. I'm really sorry this is happening to you. I know how you feel about your dad, this, that, and the third. Her mom was on the phone like, baby, please come home. Like, please, he needs you right here. We all waiting for you. We all want you to be with us right now. And in the middle of her mom talking, Dory hangs the phone up and she throws her phone to the side of the room. And, you know, I understand that there people grieve different. So I can already like trying to figure out like she's upset, she's hurt, all that. So anything she does, I'm really trying to dismiss it because, you know, this is a very hard time for her. The mom keeps calling back, and I feel like at this point, Dory is trying to process the information. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hey, you know, she's still right here. Her mom's like, what is she doing? I hope she's not going crazy. I'm like, I feel like, you know, she's trying to process it. We're going to look at some flights later. We should be back, you know, if not tonight, then tomorrow morning, like at earliest. Just try to get him to hold on in there just a little while longer, just so at least Dory can be able to say goodbye. Her mom's like, please just hurry up and get here. Like, I want to talk to my daughter. I want to be with my daughter. I need my daughter here. You know, so she starts to go into a frenzy. I felt like Dory was hyperventilating. It was just so much going on at one time. And I'm just like, I really cannot believe this is happening. I tell Dory's mom I'll give her a call back once we get everything figured out. I'll let her know what time we land, and, you know, things can go from there. At this point, all of my attention is focused on Dory. I felt like she kind of went into, like, she just zoned out and she was in her own world. At one point I felt like she was even talking to herself and, you know, just saying like, no, not my dad. I know he wouldn't do me like this. I know he wouldn't leave me like this. Like, she even started to tell me like, my mom is a liar. She's just making this up. She always like be doing dramatic stuff when she feel like I'm having a great time. She always gets jealous of me. Like, my dad's fine. There's no need for us to leave and things like that. And I'm like, nah, Dory, I feel like we need to leave. I feel like this is serious. I don't feel like your mom's hating on you or jealous of you. I feel like this is a serious matter and I want you to be able to, you know, say goodbye. I feel like she was truly in a denial stage. And so I kind of looked up and she grabbed me like by my chin and she's pulling my face towards her and she has her mouth poking up like we're about to kiss. I saw her lips coming towards mine, and I felt her lips touching mine, y'all. She kissed me. And at first, I felt like I just kind of paused because I'm in shock. So I think that she think that that was her invitation to come back again. So once I seen her coming back in again for a second kiss, I kind of leaned back and she said, "What's wrong? Does my breath stink?" And to me, that was honestly, truly something crazy to say because we're friends. And I know sometimes people kiss their friends all the time and y'all think this is a joke, but as me as a person and as me and her, we always talked about we don't do that type of stuff. We were very non-affectionate towards each other. A lot of y'all asked me, was she attractive? Yes, but she was also my friend. I valued our friendship way more than skin and flesh and wanting to do this and wanting to do that. We never looked at each other that way. So the kiss definitely threw me off. And in that moment, I'm just trying to figure out something to say. I'm like, hey, we just need to go. I'm just trying to break her out of this because it looked like she just wants to, it looked like she's ready. I'm not gonna lie. Little Caesar's Pizza hot and ready. She was ready to go. I tried to get up so I could put some distance in between us. She instantly grabbed my arm and pulled me down. She was like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Your mom just called you and told you that your dad may not make it through the night. We need to go ahead and leave to say your goodbye. I know how it feels to not be able to say your goodbyes to your loved ones, and I don't want that to be you. You love your dad. That's your best friend. Let's go." Dory looks at me and she's like, "I don't even believe my mom. Like, she always saying crazy stuff like this." I'm like, "But why would she lie like that? Why would she play like this when it comes to your dad? She knows how you feel about your dad. Plus, I honestly feel like Dory's mom was trying to rebuild their relationship. So why would she sink it by like pulling off this prank or saying that this wasn't true?" Mind y'all, as I'm sitting down trying to plead my case, trying to, break the ice, trying to get out of this very awkward situation, she's holding my arm. So it's just like, you don't want me to go anywhere. She's like, "Hey, I need to ask you something." I'm like, "What's going on? Like, what's up?" She's like, "Do you love me?" And I said, "As a friend, yes, you're a good friend to me. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if you're pranking me. I'm not sure if you're baiting me. I don't know, but I really don't like it. I'm just being completely honest with you." She's like, "Oh, come on. You're always tripping. Like, calm down, relax, like loosen up, lighten up." I'm loose, all right. I'm loose, I'm lost, and I'm feeling all types of confused. Mind y'all, at first the towel was covering her. When I had went to go console her, I threw the towel around her and just kind of gave her a very awkward hug because we wasn't even a hugging type. She gets the towel. She finally lets go of my hand. I stand up. So she gets the towel. She's opening up. She's like, "You don't like what you see?" She's like, "Just tell me, like, would I even be your type? If I was the last person on earth, what do you think? Like, would we start a family?" I'm like, "Bro, why are you asking me these weird questions? No, no, and no." Get ready for just a little bit even more gaslight. She's like, "I'm just asking you a question. I just want to play a game with you. Like, I just want to get my mind off of my dad. If this is true about my dad, I don't want to think about it. So I'm just trying to do little funny things to get my mind off my dad." And y'all, I fell for that. I'm like, dang, maybe this is her trauma response. Like, maybe this is, everybody grieve different. So I'm like, maybe her like playing around with me, even though I feel like she's been playing around with me way before the trip and way before this moment here. I'm like, okay, who am I to be like, "Oh, don't play around with me like that. I want you to think about your dad." She's like, "This is going to hurt my feelings. This is going to crush me. You know how I feel about my dad. And if I lose my dad, I'm going to lose my mind. So right now in this moment, Sarian, I don't want to think about my dad. I want to just do funny stuff to get my mind off my dad. Are you okay with that?" And I said, "Yes." Wait a minute though. I said, "Under one condition, can we please joke and play about other things? Because sometimes I feel like you're not joking, which makes me uncomfortable. Please, Dory." Dory says, "Okay, we don't even have to worry about that. My bad. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I still want to make this a good trip, regardless of whatever's going on with my dad. Let's just pray for him real quick. We grab each other's hands. We're praying. She's saying like, 'God, please don't take my dad, or please just let me be, have more time with him.' I'm just I'm holding her hands. I got my head down. I'm praying. I am a praying individual. And next thing you know, I feel her lips touch mine again during the prayer. And it's just like, what did I just say, bro? So that's twice in the past 5 minutes that she has laid her lips on mine. You just said we wasn't going to be doing this. I immediately opened my eyes. I pulled back from her and I started to walk off. And she's like, "What? Oh my God. Like, you're so serious. Lighten up. You act like you can't take a joke. Why are you doing me like this? My dad is about to die." And y'all, that one thing she used for quite some time. Anytime after that, I was letting her know, "Hey, you're making me uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. Can you please stop that?" Whether it was her grabbing me, whether it was her trying to kiss me, whether it was her kind of slick trying to confess her love with me. I'm like, "Dory, I don't like this. Can you please stop?" She's like, "Oh, why are you treating me like this? You still going to have your dad. Your dad's alive and your dad's well. Like, my dad is the only one that's about to die. Why are you treating me like this? I'm already sad. You're going to break my heart even more. You're crushing my heart. Why are you acting like this?" And I'm just like, oh my goodness. This girl is really too far gone. She's really trying to use that as an excuse. "So your dad is currently dying in the hospital right now, and all you can think about right now is taking me down, touching my body and effing me on my back." I don't know about y'all, but a few times I've heard that when people are grieving, when they're about to lose someone, or when they have already lost someone, for some odd reason, they like to do the grown up with people. I'm not sure what that does for people. Me personally, I don't want to be around anyone. I don't want anyone touching me. I just kind of grieve differently. But what's up with that anyway? I proceed to tell Dory, like, what's going on with you? Like, we need to leave here right now so that we're able to spend a little time with your dad before he passes away. She's like, I'm not worried about that. I don't care what my mom says. And plus, the only thing that'll make me feel better right now is you right beside me. Please don't ever leave me. So she proceeds to hug me. Y'all have to understand that during this time, I was so confused. I'm not sure what Dory's point was. I was confused. Like, okay, is she really grieving? Am I being mean? I'm like, maybe she is right, because she kept saying, you don't know how I feel. You still have your dad. I'm about to lose my dad. So just be here for me. Basically, she was wanting me to just let her do whatever and just write it off as she was grieving. I wasn't cool with that. I feel as though the more I told her how uncomfortable I was, the more she seemed to just kind of press her luck. The more she just seemed to, this is the line. This is Dory. Constantly crossing that line. Back and forth, the line was being crossed. It got so bad to where like her family members kept calling, reaching out to her, leaving voicemails saying, hey, Dory, where are you? Are you on your way? What time do you land? Some of her people was even trying to get her from the airport. They're like, we need you here now. He's not doing well. Like the doctor just came in and basically told them that right now is the right time to pull the plug. But they said that they would not pull the plug until Dory got there. Y'all, Dory had no intentions on leaving. She's like, I'm going to be here with you. I'm happy. I don't even want to hear that. I'm not going to answer. She was playing like a couple of voicemails. I was sitting right beside her, so I was kind of reading a couple of texts. Her aunt texted her and was just like, wait, do y'all say aunt or aunt? Or auntie? Or TT? What do y'all say? Aunt, her aunt. Who am I? So boom, I tell Dory, like, just wait a second. I have to use the bathroom. Like, but when I come back, we have to figure something out. Her mom is constantly calling my phone. Now some of her family members are texting my phone like, hey, what's going on? What time will you and Dory be back? Will you talk to her? Are you bringing her to the hospital? Like, what's going on? We need an update, because at this point, Dory is completely ignoring her family. I get up, walking towards the bathroom. She's like, no, don't leave me. Please don't leave me alone. I can't do this. I'm already hurting. I'm grieving. My heart is broken. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be without you. Wherever you are, that's where I need to be. And I'm like, Dory, mind y'all, we're in like a room, like a king suite. The bathroom is in the room. I'm not going anywhere but to the bathroom. We've never went to the bathroom together. She's never acted like this. She has always been, I don't feel like she's been very non-affectionate. She's always been not the clingy type. So y'all have to understand, this is really mind-blowing me. I have known this girl for 3 years, and she's never really switched up her routine. She's always acted the same. So it's almost as if I don't even know who's sitting right before me. I can't blame it on her being drunk. I can't blame it on her being under the influence. The only thing she's giving her reasoning now, mind y'all, she's been acting like this before, but she's like, oh, well, I'm about to lose my father, so you need to let me act like this. You need to let me cry. You need to let me hug you. You need to let me sit beside you. You need to let me come wherever you are, because I just lost my father. And here I am trying to be a little sympathetic or empathetic, whatever, and it's just like, Brad, why are you doing this? I could still be here for you without you being like doing all the extra stuff. You doing too much. So me and her start to argue. She's like, what do you mean I'm doing too much? I got your name tattooed on me. I paid for us a night out for our 3-year friendship anniversary. You haven't gotten me a gift. I paid for our trip. You didn't have to pay. Mind y'all, I never asked for any of this, especially not the tattoo. That really took me by far. When we went out for our 3-year, to celebrate our 3-year anniversary thing, that's something that we always do. We always go out. One time she pays, next time I pay. We always reciprocate each other's energy. All this extra stuff I never asked for. So what are you talking about? She proceeds to call me ungrateful. She proceeds to say that I'm not like really showing up for her. I'm inconsiderate. I'm all the mean things. This is basically what she's telling me right now. At this point, I completely shut down, because you're just saying stuff just to be saying stuff. She's like, yeah, and I don't know why you treating me like this, because I look better than any girl you've ever dated anyway. Like, I'm the total package. I'm a 10 out of 10. So honestly, it's not even my loss. You acting like you're not attracted to me. You acting like I'm not the SHIT, all that in a bag of chips, and that's just you being blind. Like, I can't help you with that. Now, what kind of friend would say that? You're supposed to be my friend, my best friend at that. Why are you worried about if you look better than any of the girls that I've talked to? And yes, again, for y'all that's accent, Dory was very attractive. She is very attractive. She's a very pretty woman and things like that. But why are you comparing yourself to the people I've dated and was in a relationship with? She then proceeds to say, I'm just playing with you. You act like you can't take a joke. You already know I don't want you for real. You already know I'm not into women. I'm just hurting right now and I don't know what else to do. You're the only person right now that can keep my spirits up, but you're belittling me. You putting me down. You lowering my self-esteem. Y'all, when did I do that? When did I say, if anything, I'm holding back because I really want to. But I'm like, you know what? She's grieving right now. She just lost her father. I can't be on that type of time with her. I tell Dory, like, you know what? I'm going to let you calm down. I'm about to just go walking around the resort. She comes after me, slams the door shut after I already opened and said, you're not going nowhere.